Welcome to the channel, guys. Tonight's caller is 32, a petite optometrist from Southern California who says she wants marriage and 2 or 3 kids, but admits she spent her 20s dating bad boys instead of husband material. Kevin walks her through what high-earning men actually look for and why her track record raises questions. This one gets real fast, so watch it all the way through. Hit like, subscribe, and make sure you show support to Kevin's original channel too.
How are you?
Hi. Good, thank you.
What's going on?
Oh, I just called in. I've been listening the last 2 nights.
Okay.
Actually just called in, so I didn't
What am I
hear
wrong
the
about?
beginning. I actually didn't hear the beginning of the show at all.
What part did you hear?
I just joined in right now and decided to call.
So what made you start watching my show?
I'm interested in what you have to say and your honesty.
Okay. Honesty in regards to relationships or human interaction, what?
Yes, everything, all of the above. I really appreciate honesty in general.
How old are you?
I'm gonna be 32 in September.
Really? You sound pretty young. Are you married? Are you married?
No.
You looking to get married?
Yes.
Really? Okay.
I hope so.
All right, let's talk about it. What part of the country are you in?
I'm in Southern California.
Southern California. That doesn't surprise me. Okay, you've been watching my show. Did you go to college?
I did.
Where'd you go to school for?
I'm an optometrist.
Optometrist. Do you own your own business?
I do not.
Sally's Opticians is where I get my eyeglasses. I'm serious. I'm holding glasses now. Seriously.
Oh, perfect.
Sally's
I thought
Opticians.
it was the only Sally in optical.
Well, no, there are a lot of them. And so you're an optometrist. I always ask this question: height, weight, and dress size.
Yeah, I'm pretty petite. I'm about 5'2". Dress size is 2.
Okay.
And I'm about 115 pounds.
All right. You're black?
No, I'm Hispanic background.
Okay. And what kind of husband are you looking for? Do you want to have children?
Yes.
How many?
2 or 3.
2 or 3. And here's the part that you got to be really honest with me about. Okay.
Okay.
Once you get married, and as soon as when you find out you're pregnant, do you want to have to work to pay significant bills?
No.
All right. Thank you for being honest. All right.
Yes.
So if you want to have 2 kids, I'm assuming you want to live the typical middle class life, have a nice car. Do you want to homeschool, put kids through college? I mean, it takes quite a bit of money to fund that kind of lifestyle. So if a guy, and so say Southern California, talking about $700,000 a year, which is not uncommon. What do you bring to the table to get a man on that, to make that kind of income?
I guess that's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm not sure how to market myself, I guess, in that area.
Okay.
I never really.
Were you raised by mom and dad?
Yes.
And how long were they married?
They're still together. So it's about 30 years.
Okay. And you're 32.
Yes.
Have you ever been proposed to?
No, I haven't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
If you had to rank yourself on the scale of 1 to 10 and there's no 7.
Okay.
What would you rank yourself?
I would say I'm pretty, just slightly above average, between a 6 and 7. Between 7 on a good day.
Okay.
Yeah.
And in Southern California. All right. So, what was the last relationship you had?
It was about 2 years ago.
2 years. And how long was it?
Yeah.
Also
about 2 years.
Okay. And if I were to ask him, why didn't he never asked you to marry? You're not being proposed to. If I were to ask him why the relationship ended, what would he tell me?
He'd probably say because I moved for work.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I got to ask, why be in a relationship for 2 years?
Yeah. That was my mistake. I wish I would have been taking dating a little more seriously at
All
that
right.
time.
Well, what did your dad have to say about it?
My dad, he's not too happy about the whole situation in terms of he's tried to give me advice to be more selective and wise, and
Okay.
I
So
need to hear him out a little bit more.
so if I ask Dad, I say, "Hey, Dad, Mr. Sally, what's going on with daughter? Why is this seemingly nice sounding, pleasant woman not married by 32? What do you think he'd tell me?"
He'd probably say I probably didn't pick the best guys to date this
Well, what
whole
kind of guys
time.
did you pick?
I think I was aiming myself to have distractions from like work and school. So
So
I
that's
think I
code name
went for,
Bad Boy.
yes.
Yeah, code name Bad Boy. Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah,
yes.
okay. Yeah, code name Bad. Yeah. So you sound like the Pollyanna Hispanic. Hi, Southern California. Then you totally went with the biker tattoo Harley, coke snorting. Yeah, that guy.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah. So now ask yourself a question. You're a smart woman, right?
I would believe
To be an
so.
optometrist, you can't be a dummy.
No.
What would a guy who's making the kind of money you would want your husband to make want
Right.
with a wife who was dating guys like that?
Yeah.
That's going to be a question you're going to have to answer
Okay.
because these guys aren't dummies. I mean, you
Oh,
don't have to be model fine. I mean, but these guys are going to
yeah.
ask because here's the thing: if you're an attractive woman over 30 and you sound feminine, but the guys are going to say, "What's wrong?" And
Yes.
have you gone to any actual any actual counseling?
No,
Well,
I have not.
that would be a good place to start to understand why. Because I'm assuming your dad wasn't a bad boy like the bad boys you like to date.
Not at all.
Okay, so if you had a good role model to understand why you self-sabotage would be a good place to start from.
Okay.
That's what I would recommend because if you're serious, I mean, you have a short window of 35 is with
Right.
high risk pregnancy. You're in California where there's a lot of people, a lot of
Yes.
attractive people, but getting a first or second date is cool, but you don't want to be a lifelong side chick
Right.
to where you have sex a couple, 3 times and then you're out of there.
Right.
But you're going to have to do some proactive work, meaning, let's say if you did it the way I just said, let's say you made this phone call and you had been in with a counselor working with somebody for 6 months, 8 months. You could at least say, well, yeah, I had a track record of dating bad boys. You could have just been direct instead of
Okay.
saying I didn't make the best choice or whatever, and then rely on my professional empathic belief. I had to kind of pull that out of you.
Right.
But when you're actually doing the work, say, yeah, I had a history of dating real losers and jerks, but that's because I was dealing with some so-and-so and so-and-so. But I've actually been working with a therapist and I'm getting that taken care of. That's at least a little bit more proactive. And here's the
Gotcha.
thing. What's the downside of doing that, even if you never find this dream guy?
Okay.
What's the downside of actually getting your head together and living a happier life?
That's right. Yeah, there's no downside at all.
Right. And the last thing I'll leave you with is you attract what you are. So you
Okay.
want, maybe you got it on the outside, you feel great, but on the inside, maybe you felt like that's what you deserve. I'm not a licensed clinical professional. So I'm going to leave it at that level, but it's always good to do that work. And then after that, after you start doing that, then start getting out. Do you actively socialize?
Not right now, actually.
Or prior to COVID, did you actively socialize?
I would say on a scale of 1 to 10, I was probably 2 or 3 on
All
the
right.
social
Well,
scale.
Sally, guess what? No guy goes, hello, who is it? Husband. That's not how it happens, boo.
Okay.
You got to get up. You got to be, if you want to get picked, you got to be on the shelf.
Okay.
Well, the therapist is always good. And then I always recommend women working with image consultants and matchmakers. If you're an average looking woman, As an image consultant, I would tell you, average looking women can win if you actually present yourself in a better way, and then a matchmaker to go ahead and book in that. So, therapist, image consultant, matchmaker. That sounds like a woman who's serious about getting something done, not just sitting home, Netflix and chilling and going and pull out the rabbit or the bullet and taking care of it herself. Yeah, I went there. I said it. Bye, Sally.
Bye. Thank you.
All right.
A 32-year-old Hispanic optometrist from Southern California calls in saying she wants marriage and 2 or 3 kids. She's petite, educated, raised by parents married 30 years. Kevin asks the key question. Once pregnant, does she want to work and pay significant bills? She says no. He breaks it down. In SoCal, that kind of lifestyle means a man earning serious money, around $700,000. She agrees. Then it turns. She's never been proposed to. Last relationship lasted 2 years and ended because she moved for work. Kevin digs deeper and gets her to admit she dated distractions, basically bad boys. He calls it self-sabotage and asks what a high-earning man would think hearing that track record. He tells her men will ask what's wrong. He pushes therapy to deal with why she chooses those men and says no husband is showing up while she stays inside barely socializing. The call ends with a blunt roadmap: therapy, image consultant, matchmaker, and get serious if she wants that level of man. What this call really exposes is how some women underestimate the cost of the decisions they made young. When you are in your early 20s, everything feels like it will sort itself out later. You date the exciting guy. You ignore the red flags. You tell yourself you have time. You think marriage will come when you are ready. But time keeps moving whether you are strategic or not. Some women grow up in stable homes, saw long marriages, saw what structure looks like, and still chose men who were never built for it. Not because they did not know better, but because emotion felt stronger than discipline. The thrill won over the blueprint. The problem is, youth hides consequences. At 23, nobody is asking hard questions. At 32, they are. Now the same choices that felt harmless start looking like a track record, and serious men evaluate track records. You can recover from mistakes, but you cannot pretend they were not made. Every year spent entertaining the wrong type is a year not invested in building with the right one. Men, here's the part you need to lock in. When you meet a woman in her 30s who says she just made mistakes when she was young, do not brush that off like it is random. The men she chose in her 20s tell you what she was drawn to when she had her most options and the least pressure. That matters. If she had structure at home and still chased chaos, that speaks to preference. And preference does not magically disappear just because she says she wants something different now. Pay attention to actions over promises. Listen to how she speaks about her past. Is it accountability or is it excuses? Is she doing actual work to grow or just hoping time fixes everything? Also, check yourself. If you are the safe option after she ran through the fun ones, decide if you are okay with that role. There is nothing wrong with building with a woman who has matured, but make sure she actually matured, not just aged. And if you are the guy still chasing women who clearly want chaos, that is on you too. You attract what you tolerate. Women, here's what you need to hear. The men you chose in your 20s were not accidents. They reflected what excited you, what you tolerated, and what you thought you deserved. If you spent your best years chasing men who were fun, unpredictable, or unavailable, you cannot act surprised when the serious, structured men look at that history and pause. Wanting stability at 30 after a past of choosing chaos is understandable, but desire alone is not proof that you're ready. Growth has to be visible. If you had strong parents and still ran toward the opposite of what you were shown, ask yourself why. Was it boredom, validation, ego, rebellion? Those answers matter more than saying I was young. If you want a husband who leads, protects, and provides, you need to show you value that kind of man before he arrives. That means cleaning up your dating habits, doing the inner work, and being honest about your past without dressing it up. Time moves fast. Attraction windows are real. If marriage and family are the goal, your choices have to match it when you are young. Waiting until pressure kicks in is a hard way to play the game. That's all for today, guys. Make sure you hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next breakdown. And go check out Kevin Samuel's original channel as well. We've got to keep his legacy alive and the conversations going. See you at the next video.